The president has power. Oh. The president of the republic has the power to do certain things in a situation. You see, we are one Ghana. I don't, this MPP and then the NDC thing, they never started Ghana. They came to meet Ghana.
I think the crux of the matter is we need change in our political landscape and administration, and many have said that this is also a result of corruption. The Cecilia Adapa case has given a lot of people ammunition to say this is what we've been talking about. Do you get information about the level of corruption, not only in this government, previous government, political actors, undermining everybody's interest for their own parochial interest?
Corruption, Ghana, Africa, and probably the world. You see, hardly do I touch on corruption, within a regime. But you see, there's this body, Transparency International, that I know. They always come up with all the scores of all the countries. So depending on the points that you make, you will see where you are placed. I want to refer everybody to that institution. They know more than me, you understand. I don't know. I've seen the Honorable Cecilia Adapa from President Kofo's time up to this point. I don't know the source of her money. But it's curious. That huge money over there, if you look at, but I don't want to judge anybody by whatever is going on. But you see, our people who have been dealing with us, whether as judges, whether as policemen, whether as politicians, whether as chiefs, what they are saying is that we are indulging corruption. Because of that, I agree there is a problem. And there is a need for us to fix it. Maybe it wouldn't have changed. They say, one change here, they will come after you. You see, the way they are coming, we like it all. We are the way they are a pass or mobile. Now, what I don't want them to do, you should not just single the politicians. Every politician.
Yes, they say if you go to the civil service, everybody's asking for bribes before they do their work, even the court clerks.
Yes. At times I hear some of our doggers get missing, blah, 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 blah. I, for one, don't countenance those things. But you understand, the people deal with us and they know what we do. So there's a need for us to recognize that there's this problem. You see, if I were president and they will say there's a problem with you, immediately before you realize, within 24 hours, I've done my own search. I would rather interdict to send you. If you don't deal with it, the people will lose confidence in you. Let's face it, in 2017, when Nana-Addo assumed the mantleship, the presidency, there were a lot of people, they were having confidence in him. But today, go and ask them, the same people, as to where. I'm not saying anything, no. It tells you that the way we handle our things, we may not have been corrupt by ourselves, as a president, as a minister, but the way we are dealing with things, when those matters are brought to attention, would let people brand us as being one. But we have to be decisive.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
There's a need. I'll plead with His Excellency Nana-Addo, Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and any president after him. Corruption, don't tolerate it. When it's, no matter how it's brought to your attention, don't tolerate it.
Okay.
I want to encourage civil society. Come up. If you look at Africa, if you look at Ghana, everywhere, people are talking about corruption.
Yeah.
The fact that people are talking about it, our own citizens are talking about it, they have been having interactions with us. If they come to the court and we don't take bribe from them, would they say we are corrupt? If they go whilst they are driving as drivers along the way, if they don't meet something, would they brand we, the police, as? You see, so Let us recognize that fact and see how we can change.
Okay.
And those are the issues that some of these freedom fighters are bringing on board. And there's a need to listen and listen well. Once we do that, the insults, I won't encourage, it will go down, the criticism will go down,
Okay.
and people will be so happy. Not quite long, there was this issue, I've forgotten. The president was so decisive. I said, yes, this is the way that people want you to behave. I've forgotten. It will come up in our discussion. Yes.
All right. And I'll come to football, which you love. I'm sure that will cool your temper a bit more.
No, I'm okay.
A bit more. But two issues I want you to touch on. Your stance and your opinions about LGBT is very strong, Nana. You are a judge. I mean, and you know about human rights and freedoms of association and all of that. Why have you taken such a strong stance on LGBT?
I see. You know, every society hinges on its custom and this way of doing things to, propagate whatever the policies and implement them accordingly. You understand, LGBT is contrary to our custom. LGBT is not biblical. LGBT is bad to the core. You see, LGBT talks about relationship. You understand?
Yeah.
How do we relate? The person, if you believe in God, that he created us. He created us in his own image. Created a man and a woman and asked them to what? Procreate. Okay. So why do you want to change it at LGBT? Is that a man and a man should marry, a woman and a woman? You see, and some people even now want to, even as a man, I want to change. Why do you want to change and all that? You see, to me, it's no go area because our custom is embedded on it. The moment that custom is tinkered on, we are finished as a people.
But this is you speaking as Nana or you speaking as a judge? Because...
Oh, I'm on record to have said that no right is, we don't have any right. You see, you say everybody has a right to life. Not be so.
Yes.
Okay. But if you go and kill somebody now, do you think you will enjoy the fresh air as you So every right has its own, limitation. So as a judge, I'm on record to have said that if they decide that as judges, we should recognize the human rights of LGBT, the very day I'll stop the job. Because me, I won't recognize. Not quite long, somebody was brought before me. I told the lawyer, this matter, I can't handle it. Because my views are known. This man, I'll kill him. I don't want to kill him, so go to another court.
So you accuse yourself?
Yes, I did. I am so strong on this view. Nobody can tinker our custom, the beliefs that our people have. Nobody. You cannot. Let's go to America, who are even pushing this one.
Yeah.
We have the Democrats and the Republicans. The Democrats seem to be promoting it, whilst the Republicans are saying this. Donald Trump, not quite long, is quoted to have saying that. He believes in man and woman relationship. So it means that even him, the people who are pushing it, he doesn't believe in it. That is the way to go. Majority of Ghanaians have been, pulled. They are not interested in that thing. They don't belong. No. So I'm strong on this view. LGBTQ, if you want to do it, go to your place and do it.
But if you say we should give them, like I heard you say, we'll give them, we will allow it. If they can't give birth, then we'll kill them. That's very strong. That's literally like hate speech.
Oh, you see, to be honest, I guess I was quoting from the former Zimbabwean president, Robert Mugabe. Yes, he has said that. You understand? In fact, I was just doing that as an aside.
Okay.
I wouldn't allow that one on my land. Oh, I'll beat you. If they get you, you can't even try it here. Everywhere you try it, you cannot. It should be a no. If you have human rights, go and marry your mother. If you have human rights, go and marry your brother. Go and marry the people that by custom you are not supposed to marry. LGBTQ, people should just forget it. It won't happen. Not during our time, it won't happen. And I'm on record to have said, with respect, that any MP,
Yes.
any president, any vice president, who decide, I don't think my president will do that. I don't think my vice president will do that. My MP, oh, like even if you are not my MP, I will go and join another. We will remove you. So as for this one, when, what's the name? The Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Abambape, when he asked them, which one of them does not support, which one of them was able to raise his hand that he's for LGBTQ? None of them. So that is the way to go. That is, they have even delayed. We don't need money. We prefer to be in our poverty than to promote some of these things. We don't need their money.
You know, you heard the ambassador, I think the US ambassador, saying that well, it's going to affect us in terms of the aid that we get from Europe and the Americas.
What have we gotten from? How much aid do they bring? That's why I'm arguing the point that let's, ensure that we have, a lot of resources from our gold and blah, 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 blah. People like her cannot talk the way he's talking. He cannot. If you want to go to US, you want to go to UK, use the way. Me, given the chance, one day maybe I'll decide to go. But if you refuse me, I'll be like, I care less. I don't need that. I can't exchange the custom of our people with pittance.
Okay.
How much would you give us? After all, the very resources that we have here, who are the people who are taking them out? Is it not the same people? When we go and pay visas and all that, do you know the amount of money? It's the same money they give us. What money do they give us? We don't need their money. How much would they give us? If they were giving us money and it's so sufficient, why are we in this mess?
Right.
So as for that one, whether, you see, I was surprised. There's this woman, the vice president of the United States of America. When he was here before, yes, the way I didn't sleep, I wanted her to win because of her. So when he came and mentioned some of the things, immediately I left. I wouldn't be surprised if they remove them from power. I'll be happy because of that particular issue.
Her.
Oh yes, I've stopped. I'm no more her fan.
Wow.
I've stopped, yes, because of LGBT. Because once you say it, now I like Donald Trump on LGBT more than any. Before I did not like him well, but because of LGBT, I'm considering going to Donald Trump.
Nana.
I wouldn't mind if he wins next time because of LGBT. Because he will not push Africa to go that way. He respects our, position on some of these matters and will not push us.
And I'll ask you the last very controversial one before we talk about football. Do you have any issue with any chief in this country? Many people are making allegations about your supposed Cold War with the Asantehene. Is that correct? Is it true? Do you jab him in your? You said there's no king in Ghana. You know, and people connect that to say that he's the one you are jabbing.
Oh, but let me ask you: is there a king in Ghana? Who is a king? Go to the chieftaincy act. Is there any mention of a king? Who is a king? A king is somebody, a royal who rules the whole state. In Africa, I can think about 3 of them. If I'm not mistaken, Morocco, Swaziland, and there's another one. Those are the only 3 kings that we have in Ghana who says there's a king. You see, because of me, I'm into football, I'm into chieftaincy.
Yes.
At times people think I'm into politics, but I'm not. So at times people want to rope me in. In football, I will challenge people. In chieftaincy, I will challenge people. So at times when people get me, they want to finish me off. But I like the custom. Let me say emphatically that the Asantehene and my the Ochehene and my good self were in the class of 1999. The Asantehene was installed. 6 weeks I was installed.
Okay.
You know the connection. He was the Queen Mother's son. I was also the Queen Mother's son. You understand? So you see, when they were competing for the stool, in fact, I look at this young man. He speaks so confidently. I wish. So when he was made the chief, I was happy. You understand? I always tell the people around me, if anybody can prove that I hate him, the person should come and take money, half of the money that I have in my account. I will never hate any human being. Never. I've never done that. But you see, I don't like people peddling on truths. When I know what you are doing is untruth, why should I do that? When I say there's no king, in fact, I was making a point as the Bono regional, president of the regional House of Chiefs. It has been brought to our attention that the Otumfuo is encouraging some of the chiefs under some of the chiefs over who I'm the president, encouraging them to make them Dormaahene. That prompted me to make that speech. I don't speak for just speaking's sake. First, the history between Dormaahene and Ashantis, the history between Ashantis and Bonos were being, changed. I wouldn't sit down when I know the truth for somebody to change the history. Blah, 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 blah. I won't sit down. I'm one person, I won't sit down. When I see somebody is tinkering something, I won't sit down. Categories of chiefs in Ghana. We have paramount chiefs and the Asantehene. Even the name Asantehene, I have a problem with it. If they say, do you know how the Ashantis came into being?
No, tell me.
According to their history, they were independent chiefs. So if you go to Mampong, the land there does not belong to the Otumfuo. I'm the only one who can say this. If you go to Kumawu, the land there does not belong to the Otumfuo. If you go to some of these places, the land does not belong to him. But you see, by a special, they say magical powers from the Konfanoche, they were all seated, and he decided to conjure that there's something is coming back. Nipa no baba besi ne nan so will be panyin o. Okay, abesi panyin no so panyin is ruling. The question is that, who is he? What sort of chief? Is he a chief or a king? A king, I've already told you before, there were kingdoms in Ghana. But the moment we became a unitary state, Ghana, there's no king. People should learn to accept. If you don't accept me, Dormaahene, me no buy argument. There are some people, they will not say it. But yeah, remember, me sani amana yamfa wahu. Yamfa mfama boboano. O kokan baby. Ba o kan ma boboa me put too straight. You see, so that is the point. The point is that I am an Dormaahene, a paramount chief.
Right.
Can I create a paramount chief?
No.
So who is the Otumfuo? Who is he? People say he's a king. No. He's within that limitation. Some Dormaahene have decided to be under him. That is your system. Okay. That law that I was talking, the Yana, according to what I know, he has some Dormaahene under him. The Nairi, the same thing. The Yabonra, the same thing. Why are their names not in the Chieftaincy Act? There shouldn't be any law which is discriminatory. I have not said all the things in my head. There are a lot of them. But you see, I don't speak just but for an issue affecting some of my members. I'll be doing my exercise. But I am the head of the region. Chieftaincy-wise. If there's something affecting some of the people, who will speak? So in that capacity that I spoke.
But you don't have a problem with him?
Jesus, why should I have a problem with him? In fact, I've not met him before. All these 24 years that both of us have been on this too. We have never met. So why should I have a problem with him?
You say your brother is the Ochehene, and he has a very good relationship with him.
With who?
With the Asantehene.
Oh, that is the Ochehene. That's for him. I have good relationship with a lot of chiefs. You understand? But me, I will never, as Dormaahene says, me a Bono. So I am over all the chiefs. I won't say it. That's me. I believe in mutual respect. If you give me respect, I'll give you respect. But if you say you are bigger than me, I will never accept it. Why? Why? Oh, me de me hene wo Dormaahene. No. So that is it. They have respect. Who says I don't respect Otumfuo? I'm on record to have told my people when there were issues Never insult him. We don't have problem with him. We have problem with the history. We have problem with somebody calling himself. There's no king in Ghana. If there's a king, they have to amend the what do they call it, and make somebody the king, so that we all go there and pay homage to the person. You understand? So, if you ask me naturally,
Okay.
I would never hate anybody. But you see, it high time some of our people realize that some of the things that they've been saying over the years cannot stand the test of time. No, it cannot. If you are not a king, why do you call yourself a king? You see, Adia, the things that you will see that there's no king in Ghana. If you go to England, the laws that are made in England is made in the name of Her Majesty the Queen then.
Yes.
And now His Majesty the King. You understand? In Ghana here, do we make any law in the name of any king? We don't. They don't make any law in the name of Dormaahene. Neither do they make any law in the name of my good brother Ochihene or in the name of my good brother Dasantehene. The laws are made in the name of, let's say, if not the president, the state called Ghana. You understand? So if you look at the money, Ghana City, is there any name there as a king? No. So people should learn to accept. Once it's not there, and you always make the argument it's there, some people, they won't talk. But some people, they will take you on. So it's high time people understand my point that recently there was this popular lawyer, he was my senior, taking me on that I was wrong. I said, okay, I have said it. You let them bring it on. Because once I'm the president of the Brong region, if somebody is from that region is being elevated and they don't tell me, then the same way they can bring it to me. It's not a simple issue as people see it. The Bono and the Ashanti issue, I wish it's not there. At times when people do it, as if when I go to talk about it, people think I'm the one who is fomenting trouble. What about the person who is doing it?
So what's the issue? What's the issue? The Bono and then the Ashanti
issue? The issue quite recently about this kingdom is that the Ashanti is trying to elevate some chiefs who are under certain chiefs in the Bono.
But you are the overlord in the Bono area.
I'm not the overlord. I'm just the president of the regional house of chiefs.
Okay.
The Bono chiefs, they are independent.
Okay.
My brother the Dormaahene is independent. My brother Japekromhene independent. Dwinimhene independent. Sampahene independent. Suma Brekum, they are all independent.
But you should be told if there's somebody who is being installed as a chief.
That is it. No, they will bring it to my attention that this person is trying to do this one here.
Okay.
And as the president, my mandate is that I have to talk about it.
Okay. So the issue is
no. So it means that I was talking in my capacity as president of the regional house of chiefs.
Okay.
How can somebody create an Omahene if it's an Omahene? We have allowed it to roll on all these years. There's a need to check it now. We can't allow it to go. Even the chieftaincy ought to be amended so that the name that's Asantehene ought to be removed from it.
So what would
because if it's not removed, you wait. You wait. Whatever I want to do, I won't tell you everything.
What would the name be if it's not Asantehene?
It has to be Paramount Chiefs. It ends there. Because the moment you put another chief there, okay, what about tomorrow? If I go to say, I'm also a king. Like they are saying it's a king. Okay, all the chiefs under me, I've made them Omahene. Would you put my name there? If you not put any chief who has an Omahene, you don't have to put the Otumfuo there. If you put it there, it's discriminatory. The Constitution abhors that. You don't have to put one name there. So I know there's a chieftaincy amendment that is being, I know some of the chiefs from the north are trying to bring. I agree with them. If it's not removed, all the others have to be put there. The Nairi's name should be there. The Yana's name should be there. The Yabonra's name should be there.
This is going to cause a lot of unrest and
what is unrest?
Tension.
What is tension? What is tension? When there's truth, there's no tension. I've given you see, the submission I'm making, unless you cannot, are you not prompted? That there are four of them. If they say they have a mind under them, why should one name just be there? Am I not opening your? Why should only one name be there?
So you want to change the status quo. This has been there for many years.
Oh,
So you want to change it.
I don't know. I wasn't there before it was put there, but I know it's there, and we are talking about it. You understand? If it's not removed, at least I expect my three brothers, the Nairi, the Yabonra, the Yana, their name should be there. Because it's only on that basis that name got there. Because he has paramount chief under him. That's all. There's no special thing. What's the difference between him and them? So if we say there are paramount chiefs under them. But, you see, there's another leg which you have not even spoken of. This paramount chief, if I decide to elevate 20 of my chiefs as Otumfuo, do you know how much it will cost the state? People don't know. We are not just joking. We are just, with respect, we have to be very, very serious about some of these things. It may have been there. People may not have looked at it critically, but it shouldn't be there. If it should be there presently, there are 4 of them. 3 of them ought to be added.
Okay.
You understand? Because that's how it got there. But for that arrangement, it shouldn't have been there.
Okay.
You understand? I'm not saying that the Dormaahene, I don't have paramount chiefs under me yet. But if it becomes possible, okay, you know, say, amassing under us. Then our name should be there. If it's not there, we may have to go to the law court to test it. Whether only one name should be there. Let's look at it. It's not because the Dormaahene is against Ashantis. If you don't know, about a quarter of them, they are my blood. Aduanas. And the Otumfuo sitting council. About a quarter of them, they are my blood. If not 20%. Why should I talk against that particular system? No. I'm not interested in talking about that system, but I'm interested in the right thing being done. You understand? Why should one name be there? Why? Why should one name be there?
So this
is
not
quite long. You see, I saw something, but because it was not repeated, I didn't talk. Did you see the Otumfuo using the presidential jet?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? I saw it. He went to Benin or somewhere. But because it was once, I did not talk about it. If it had been repeated, I would have asked Nana, please don't do that. Else, I want to visit my uncle there, the Bono in Côte d'Ivoire. I also want
Maybe if you ask, it will be given to you.
Oh, you. So in order not to create problems, you make sure you don't do it. Because if you do it, people will question you. I don't want my president to be questioned.
It's been an interesting conversation. We're on the last lap, final set of questions for Nana before we wrap up our conversation. And we'll talk about football, something he's very passionate about, something that creates employment for the youth of this community. They've been one-time Ghana Premier League champions. Last season, they almost won it until the last final weeks of the season when Mediama seemed to have overtaken them and won last season's Ghana Premier League. Nana, football is very big here. The Bono region has produced, the Bono and the Brong Ahafo region has produced a lot of footballers for the national teams and for our clubs. Is it a travesty of justice that we don't have a modern stadia or stadium for this region, for all the things they have done and produced for us as a football country?
No, I wouldn't say so. If you look at, due to limited funding and blah, 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 it has to be started with somewhere, Accra, Kumasi, Sekondi, and
Tamale.
But I think it's long overdue.
Right.
That type of, that modern stadium ought to be established here. Because them Brong Ahafo, now Bono region, Bono East and the Ahafo region. What they have done in football. Talk about Kwesi Sudan also and all of them, right to this thing. Presently we have 18 Premier Leagues.
Yes.
5 of them are from this region.
Yes.
Almost 1/3 of it.
Yeah. That's a lot.
So by next year, we'll add one more. We know how to do it.
So you have Echim,
yes.
Brekum, Aduana, which other teams?
Bofakwa.
Bofakwa and then
yes.
Swatraman, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. If you talk about the old region, Bono, old Brong Ahafo, we have 5 of it. We are hoping to add the 6th one.
Football is very big here.
Inshallah. Oh, yes. The people like their football. You understand? The people like their football. I, for one, have followed football since 70s. I was young when I heard, I saw in Sunyani, Morocco national team. I think they beat Ghana Blasters. And I remember the music they were doing. I've always been a football enthusiast. I've been beaten in football. I've suffered in football. But I'm still in football because we like it. We like football as Bono people.
Is that why you set up a football team? Because you knew your people liked it, that's why you set it up. And the first season, you won the Ghana Premier League.
Yes, so,
when
you know, when I was schooling, I was a House of Oak fan.
Okay.
Most of my friends happened to be in Asante Kotoko. That is where the issue started. So when they win over us, I had to suffer. At times they even, when I go to my table at the dining hall, they will go and take my food and all that. When we also win, you know how I was doing it. I followed the House of Folk to a point in time when I was made the Dormaahene. I thought it was, I like football, and I followed the town's team. Why can't I bring it up? And lo and behold, we qualified for the Premier League in the first season.
Yeah, I remember.
We emerged victorious and even set a world record, yes. Guinness Book of Record,
So you went unbeaten? No, you didn't go unbeaten. But
in our home,
yes.
I think our home, nobody scored us.
Yes, I remember.
In about so many 15 games,
you had a very good defense. Once you score, nobody is able to score.
Yeah, Catanazzo,
yeah, I remember that season.
Yes,
you've come a very long way. Last season, you almost won it.
I was right from the third week up to I think week 30.
Yeah.
Stay then. But I like it. Maybe it's God doing that with the MI1. They are doing well.
Yeah.
They won 3-1. We pray that we are able to make it to the money zone so that some of the monies invested by Moses Parker and the rest can be recouped and Ghana will be better for it.
So as a sports administrator, our national teams are football.
I'm not, if I may correct you, I'm not an administrator.
Okay.
I am, is it? A financier.
A financier.
Okay. Sympathizer.
Okay. So you put your money in there, and many have said that there are lots of things about our football that needs to change. I mean, you have people who don't have the resources who are into football. They can pay their players. I mean, and a lot of challenges around our football. What do you think needs to change for our football to improve?
Yeah, there are a lot of things that has to be changed, but the most important thing is that the government needs to invest into football. I've heard a lot of people saying that, this is a private investment. Go to Côte d'Ivoire. They invest in their teams. Most of the African countries, except some few, including Ghana, few. You won't get about 6 of them. If you want to invest, you see now, if you look at our league, Tanzania, Ethiopia, they are buying our players. Yeah. Why are they buying our players? Because the government is investing in them. It's investing in the football heavily. During the MPP time, I think I've seen them doing some of this.
The youth center?
Yeah, the youth center. There's one in Dormaahene. Yeah. I've seen some of this. Some of this they are putting AstroTurf. But it goes beyond that too. Mm-hmm. It goes beyond that. They need to invest in the football. You understand? If you don't invest and people are investing, they will outplay you. Before, people were not moving into leagues like Tanzania, Ethiopia, and what have you. If they were going to even the North African countries like Morocco and that. But now it's changing. Everywhere they are buying our best players. How do we go on? There's a need for government to look at it. People have made a point, they are private investors. Why should you be supporting them? No. Don't we pay taxes? The teams that we do, at times you think it's only for us. It's not only for our pocket. If I tell you how much we spent in football in a season, you will jump into the skies. A lot of money. And because we are not that endowed, we are not able to compete with the other teams in Africa. So that when we go to Africa, we fall out.
Yeah, we don't have
it's affecting us. We are not keeping the quality players. And because we are not keeping them and they go to other leagues. Look at our blasters. Before was blaster like this. It's gone down.
Right.
Though we were able to qualify the last World Cup.
Yeah.
But look at the results. Before that, Samuel Giants, the Asian and what have you. Yes, look at them. The quality. The quality, there's a need to have a look at it by the football people and the government. The central government ought to play a key. Not only the blasters, all the teams. How many are they? Let us do it right. There's a need for us. Some of us into football need to do some introspection. Look at the Aman's issue.
Right.
Brings to bear certain, aspect of the game that needs to be looked at. So there's a need. Football, it's a good game. If you're able to look at it and look at it well, it can give us a lot of, funding. Mm-hmm. But because of the way we are doing it, look at Brazil now. Some of those areas, if they bind them, $10 million, $20 million, $30 million. Now look at even Asia.
Yeah.
Look at how much they are buying the players.
Yes.
Let's invest in them. Let us get the right, infrastructure, the right, systems put in place. If we're able to churn out good materials, the government at that point can say that I'm not charging you.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a need to look at it holistically.
So what must the government do? You say government support, government funding. What should they do? Should there be a pool of money sitting down and say clubs can come and take a loan, or it's supposed to be a grant, or it's just the infrastructure you need help with from the government?
Only the infrastructure. I've told you that if you go to Oak and Aduana, they give the clubs money.
So every year they will give them money?
Every year they give them money. Go to all the countries.
So all the 18 football,
yes,
Premier
I've been
clubs.
to Africa in 2011. I went to Africa with Adiana. 2018, I went to Africa. We met some of the teams. We knew how even, football is so expensive to run.
It is.
Like if you are playing in Africa, the air ticket alone to some of the destinations that we're going. We play in Egypt, we play in Morocco, we play in Tunisia. It's not easy. Lot of investment. How do you do it alone? How much do you get? How much gave you? How much sponsorship that can? You understand? The government needs to. Because it's part of your job. Why am I doing football? I'm like central government. You understand? So we need to do it so that eventually when we get the end product, the money will come to Ghana.
I agree.
That is one way to get the money here. Because if they buy a player, $50 million, the whole Ghana will be smiling. We will all be smiling.
Yeah.
It's not only, it won't be for Midiama, it won't be for Aduana, it won't be for Ahafo, Asante Kotokandewe. It will be for everybody. So there's a need for us to look at it. Yes, the government, central government has to invest in football. Why not?
But if you look at the way some of your other financiers are running their football, they sell a player and the last thing they are buying a new car with the money, and the players are not being paid. Recently, there's a story about a Legon Cities player who is sick, who has not been paid for money. Is it not the behavior of the administrators and the owners of these clubs that discourages government from investing in it?
No. I don't think so, because for heaven's sake, if you look at Legon Cities, when they are playing their matches, how many people go to watch them?
Yeah.
The person is investing a lot, you understand? So at times, it gets down to you. You're not able to pay your players on time. Why are they not doing that? Because the economy, the people who are into football, we are all helping. We all help for them to play in, 2014? My player, Stephen Adams, went with Ghana Blasters.
Yes,
you understand? So eventually, once we are, nurturing them, it will go to feed into something to help Ghana. You understand? So that is the way. It's not the people who are doing it. The money is just not there. Okay. If they are giving the necessary push, it will help even people to invest even more into the football. That we know there's some money there. So you are the government. Why don't you do some legislation, put some laws in place so that people cannot use this money? You regulate how the money, maybe the money will give to you maybe we'll pay the players. This is the way. If you are traveling, these are the expenses that you go. So that it does not even come to us. We are not even asking that money come to us directly.
Okay.
But some of this, if they're able to get this intervention, the football will move forward, and our people will not leave us. You understand?
Yeah.
If you look at how much they are paying them, a player left me not quite long. You know how much they are going to pay him?
How much?
I was paying him about 2,500 Ghana. He's going there to receive about $8,000.
$8,000?
Yes. Why would I refuse him? Why should I? He had about 2 years to run. I said, hey, Papa, if I keep you here, your parents will come and beat me. He's going to Ethiopia.
And they're paying him $8,000?
$8,000 a month.
So these days when Hearts and Aduana play, who do you support?
Who do I support?
You have a soft spot for Hearts.
It has been an issue. At times when we are playing, when we are playing, they will say they will do ways and means, blah, blah, blah. So they don't tell me when they are playing House of Folk. So I ask them, how are we going about it? They say, you hold on. So it means they don't trust me when it comes to playing House of Folk. You understand? So when I draw with House of Folk, they will say, I've sold it. When House of Folk beat me, they say, I've sold it. But when I beat House of Folk, they say, today you have done well. You understand? So it's always a problem. Honestly, when I listen to football and I know the scoreline of Aduana FC, the next team I look up
is House of Folk. Last year they almost went on relegation.
I was at a point in time I said, hey, my own House of Folk. I don't know what happened to them. This year we're expecting them to
start well, and they lost in
We all lost.
Tamale. Yes, you also lost.
We both lost. So let's see how it goes.
But this year both Aduana and House of Folk will do well, right? You think they'll do well?
We are praying.
Nana, what about the final question? What about the football politics? I mean, Kurt is going for a second term. George Fee has been disqualified. You seem to follow a lot of news, so I'm sure you followed that conversation.
I'm following, Pa. I'm following. I don't understand them. I don't know the rules. I've been reading, but I don't understand. I don't understand as of now. Kurt, if you look at, he has done something, but if you look at under 20, under 17, it's only the women who are doing well. If you come to the football politics with Kurt and George Free, I'm surprised they disqualified him. If I listen to some of the reasons, I thought when you see that somebody fills a form and there's a problem with it, I thought the rule that I know is that you give the person the permission to fill it out. You understand? He brought somebody that you knew could. If he has a problem, okay, Papa, we have given you this, come and have it corrected. But we are here. I think I wish George could have been given the chance to stand with him so that we know how the football people are thinking.
Okay.
But if it comes to the fact that nobody is standing him, why not? But the most important thing is for him to do much to our football.
Right.
Sponsorship. Before, when we entered the league, I suspect that we're getting about $120,000. Now it's no more. It never started with this time. He has brought up some sponsorship, and we thank him for that. But if you look at our league, if you look at under especially the men team, we are going down.
Okay.
There's a need for us to back up.
Okay.
It's not only his doing. Some of the factors that I enumerated, government support, how much do they give? They don't. The teams alone, how much sponsorship? You understand? So there's a need. You can't just blame him alone. Yeah. You understand? Some of them, I think the advice I will give Mr. Kurt Okreku, the present FA president, he should not be, I don't know, at times I hear about, he shouldn't be vindictive. Okay. I don't like vindictiveness in football. No. Football, play a game. Don't be, you see, you should embrace all the people. Aduana, Medema, Rekum, Chelsea, all of them, they are all his children. He shouldn't. The people surrounding him, if they talk about somebody, you should not listen. Okay. You should see all of them as his children. Okay. And if he has a problem, discuss with the football people. Once you tag some people, they are game changers, and some people are not. That is where the problem comes.
Right. Nana, thank you for your advice to the FA people, and thank you very much for your time. This has not happened in 2 decades, and once we have been here, we are happy that we've exhausted all the burning issues, and we are grateful for your time. Thank you very much for hosting us in your beautiful town. Yesterday we had some fufu at Obatampa. Very, very nice. And the cost was far better than what we have in Accra. So thank you very much.
I have to also thank you. For 20 years and over, nobody have sat me down like this.
Yes.
Through an interview, and you have been the first one. I pray.
My producer gave you a lot of pressure.
Oh, yes, she did. I pray that the job that you do, people will understand you.
Right.
And the things that we also say, people will understand us. So that we can also understand people. So that together we can all push the nation Ghana forward into development. It's an opportunity talking to you as well.
Thank you, Nana.
Thank
we'll
you.
pay a visit again.
I know.
When the festival is in, and then we'll come and spend some time.
Hey,
there.
next year, inshallah. I'm doing some planning, man.
Okay. Thank you very much. This has been another edition of the Lowdown on GhanaWeb TV. My name is Daniel Ojo. And by the way, Nana is known in private life as Daniel. So I've met another Daniel. And Daniel means God is our only judge. So when he speaks his mind, it is only for the betterment of this country. Thank you very much, Nana, once again. We're back with another edition, another time. Bye-bye.